So the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from BERBICE, a place called CANEFIELD, BERBICE. This is the area in a community in East Kanji that houses a GPL power station. And this just crossed here, you got the old power stations, and then just behind that there's a spanking new power station. GPL is on the ground today doing maintenance work, and we're going to talk to the person in charge here, the point person on the ground, to give us an idea of what they're doing. This scheduled maintenance has caused some disruption to the electricity supply of the some of the communities in the East Kanji area. And as you see, you got GPL staff on the poles dealing with lines and so on. And this is an area you could see GPL's progress and their intended plans rolling out, because from the poles, the lamp posts you're seeing here, you got hundreds of lamp posts on the ground ready to replace ones that would have been damaged or got old. So this is one of what we call, what I've grown to learn as a feeder line system. So they shut off from here, and that allows for the GPL staff to work in a secure environment. That's why they cut off the electricity supply. This is a switch area where electricity would be channeled from the power station and then out into the communities. But right now the communities are experiencing a break in transmission as a result of this maintenance work that GPL is doing on the ground here. Again, I must say, this area is CANEFIELD. It is East Kanji, and it's one of the communities, one of the few communities that have been affected today by the breakage in the electricity supply as a result of scheduled maintenance on the ground in the CANEFIELD area, East Kanji. And that's the GPL power station. And you see all these poles are to replace damaged or poles that were rotten. These lamp posts are made out of Wallaba. They come from the interior of Guyana. So after a time, they basically expire. They outlive their usefulness after a number of years. So, but you see GPL have a lot of them prepared to go out there. There's tar the bottom to ensure that it extends its life. And I was hoping for one of the individuals, the point persons here, to give me an update as to exactly what they're doing. Because what I've learned is GPL is building redundancy in the line system. Now these lines, in this case you got one line system. In a lot of cases, not in this case, I don't know about this system here, but in a lot of cases there's one feeder line coming from the power station. What GPL has been doing in terms of building redundancy in the system is ensuring that more than one lines are coming from the power station and going to different locations. So if something was to go wrong with this line, they could use another route to get electricity from the power station to the customers. And as a result of lacking of redundancy in the system, in past years you would have, when there's a problem with a line, you got what we call power outages. What we call blackout. Now we call it power outages to make it, you know, we're a developing country, we want to look and sound better. So you got power outages. But so we're gonna talk to the point man on the ground here and get a better understanding of what exactly GPL is doing here today. Hi Chief, morning. Thanks for your time, and GPL is explaining what's going on. Straight off the bat, what's your name and what's your position with GPL?
My name is Reginald, Line Superintendent.
Line Superintendent. Okay, just give me a little background as to what you're doing here today. What this schedule maintenance entails.
Right now, we have identified some defect previously or prior to this outage, which could cause a trip or a blackout on the feeder. As such, we take this opportunity. We inform the public 2 weeks ago that we're going to take this outage on the B5L3 socket, which is from CANEFIELD over there, right onto our client. We're doing planned maintenance work to eliminate all these defects that was identified previously, to avoid further trips or blackouts.
So when you're done here, people have added guarantee that the service is going to be better.
Supposed to, yes.
Roger. I noticed you have a lot of lamp posts here. What exactly? I was talking about them just on the ones here. This is to go out for the changing of.
Yeah, these are new poles that the company bring in for maintenance work.
Okay.
Where we have bad poles, we replace them.
So this would suggest you got continued maintenance work because
right.
you done got your poles them ready and them thing.
Throughout the year, we have continuous maintenance work.
All right, Mr. Reginald, thanks for your time.
Okay.
So you would have heard from the point man down here as it relates to what GPL is doing. They've identified a number of defects in the system. Things getting old. When I said defects, things getting old, poles getting old, breaker feeder lines having aged, and they're changing outdoors and doing a lot of maintenance work to ensure that it doesn't happen in an untimely fashion.